how do we actually drive real financial results in our business? My specialty is operations. I help businesses grow through operations. I love operations. Be up on stage, this isn't really my vibe, my jam, but I do it out of love. Like, this is beyond my wildest dreams. And the way I'm helping people today and the way I'm helping everyone here looks very different than the way they looked, 15 years ago now. Having impact in a different manner, it's amazing. We've had some great conversations, and I'm super excited to kind of like give you an actionable plan. I have a fundamental belief that live events change lives. Like, our ability to show up, to be vulnerable, fix the well, we've done a lot of that. And today, now we're gonna get into the tactics. So we're like, how do we actually do this? Not the raw, add a zero to the to your GCI type of that you hear from large stages. It's just like, it doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't work. Maybe it works for like a couple people, but like for the vast majority of people that are sitting in the 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 person stadium, it just doesn't work. Now, when you go to a 5-day event with somebody like Tony Robbins, he doesn't really ever talk about, adding a zero to the, he breaks you down to essentially build you up. And what I want to do today is I want to give you an actionable plan so you can go home and you can know, okay, if I do these things in October, if I do these things in November, if I do these things in December, I'm going to hit my goals. The 5 dials growth plan. What I want you to do is I want us to really dive in here and really like dig into these 5 dials. Business is really that simple. Like, we literally just need to put on a spreadsheet, in a Google spreadsheet, how many conversations do I want to have in October? How many appointments do I need to set in October? How many do I need to hold in October? How many deals close, and what is my GCI? Those are the 5 metrics that if you do that in October, you do that in November, you do that in December, if you set that goal, I'm telling you, and you look at it every single day, your business will change. Why do the tactics not sometimes take root? Why do we go through weeks without actually getting the results we're looking for? Because we haven't fixed the well. Now, the cool thing is we've worked on the well over the last couple of days. So it really comes down to, what is your source? And you just got to build out your dials. Everything comes down, we were chatting the other day, like, if you do an open house, how many conversations are you going to have on a weekly basis? Really, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I'm going to have 10 conversations. I'm going to set at least 2 appointments. One of them are probably going to show. I have 1 appointment and I want to do 1 deal a month. Okay, one of the reasons why plans fail is because we have this arbitrary goal that we set for ourselves, but we never actually talk about how do we get there. Now, I'm going to get to that. We're going to talk about how to actually project plan. But let's do this. Somebody tell me, and this will be really simple. Somebody tell me, like, who here is committed to doing open houses? Okay. Let me just choose somebody, and what we'll do is we'll build your 5 dials together. And I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to actually write out your ideal situation. Like, if you actually hit it, like, you see on this piece of paper, like, how will I actually feel when I hit this? We're gonna brainstorm a little bit, and we're gonna give you some next tactical actions in order to make that a reality today. I'm gonna do that through the 90-day project planner. The KPI tracker, it oftentimes is a lagging indicator. The leading indicator is setting the goals before you go and actually use the KPI tracker. Now, if I just go through the emotions of doing business and I don't actually have any goals to run towards, if I don't know how many conversations I need to have on a monthly basis, and I don't know how many appointments I need to set in order to get to the deals closed, I run my business blindly. So in our business right now, we have a sales director, and I have been very, very clear with John. I said, John, there's 2 numbers that I care about in September. The first one is 145 appointments, and the second one is 17 sales. What do you need from me in order to hit those numbers? Only thing I care about. Okay, Cody, I need this, I need this, I need this. And the question I ask him we meet about 3 times a week. Question I ask him, like, we go through our sheet together. I link it directly into the calendar, and I just ask them the question. Molly knows this. Hey, Molly, are you on track? Are you off track? But like, literally, we just had this session the other week. Yep. Hey, Molly, are you on track? Are you off track? I'm on track. Are you on track? Are you off track? I'm off track. Okay, what can I do to support you in order to get you on track? Well, I need this, I need this, I need this. Okay, awesome. What did we talk about last week? Hey, we're not quite on track. Totally. And we came up with models. Yep. What makes you actually successful? Models are the function of the results. The reason why we love people like Sharon and we love people like Tony Robbins and we love people like this is because they take complex ideas and they make them super simple. But how do they make them super simple? They make them simple through models. Everything at the end of the day is a mental model. The thing that is behind me is a model. TRIZ, trust-based opener, overarching goal, game plan frame, set the appointment, clarify and probe, that is a mental model. You will remember that because we put it into a shape, we put it in a thing. I could write on here, traffic system skills. It's a model. We remember things through models. I just want to get you into the process of writing down the numbers that you want to accomplish. Because when the numbers become written on paper, they become real. And you have something to chase. And the reason we don't get the results that we want is because we have nothing to chase, because we have never written it down. It's the same thing I say about the script. The reason we don't know the buyer presentation, the listing presentation, is because we haven't written it down. The biggest reason, I'm telling you guys, the biggest reason why projects fail is we don't give ourselves what done looks like. I was very, very clear with Molly. I'm picking on Molly today because it's very, very clear. I need 3 operational tribe leaders by the end of November. And we set KPIs for what that actually looks like. And I was very, very clear with John. 17 sales, 145 appointments. Anything less, to me, we just didn't do our job. Or I didn't give him the tools necessary in order to do his job. But I check in with him pretty much almost daily. I'm like, hey man, you good? You have everything? And he is behind this month. Believe me, he is behind. But he knows he's behind on his goals. And I'm okay with it. But I need to have solutions to the problems. And he's now bringing solutions to the problems. Like he said to me, he's like, we need to hire 2 more closers. Okay, babe. Why do we need 2 more closers? Well, we're not going to do these amount of transactions. We don't have 2 more closers, 2 more people doing business. Okay, cool. Tough conversation between Vikram and I. Like, you got to open up more space in your calendar. We're not going to do 17 sales this month. But it showed him the numbers. Look at the project. If we start with the goal in mind and we have the numbers on the page, we have something we're working towards. When we have something we're working towards, it's real. It's like tangible. It's like I can get it. I can go get the 145. I can get the 17. I feel like I can grab the thing because I've broken it down on what I need to do. Like we say, good process drives good results. How do we drive results? How do we do a better event next time? We upgrade the process. But the process needs to be created first. This is the framework to start the process, and then we continually upgrade the process over time. Like our onboarding process, like over and over and over and over, like trying to increase retention through onboarding. Like how you onboard a client. The same goes in real estate. How you onboard a client, meaning like from the time they sign that contract to the time that you start showing them homes. What is that process? Everything matters. Everything needs to be documented, because if it's not documented, it's not repeatable. If it's not repeatable, you don't get the results that you're looking for, and you wonder why you don't get the results because you never documented the process. Same thing as writing up the listing presentation. Good process drives good results. Was this helpful? Yeah. Cool.